you look at statistics, Tajikistan is one of the poorest countries in the region, with an average salary of just $200 a month. But if you will continue watching this video, you will see that these statistics doesn't make any sense here. It's absolutely wild, of crazy buildings, governmental complexes, cars, just insane. Join me in Dushanbe. Like, what is this, for example? You have this massive entry gates to some kind of obelisk, and when I checked it online, it said that this is a monument of independence, but it looks absolutely crazy, absolutely out of the place. This is the gate, but for some reason it's closed. Yesterday I saw some people walking around, but I don't know, during the day or because it's some celebration, you can't really enter. Oh, you can.
Какие люди?
Ну, таджики, те, которые живут здесь, в Душанбе.
Они делают, хаста у них.
А, Ид, да?
Да.
Когда заканчивается? Сегодня?
Вечером приходят, вечером.
А, вечером возвращается. Я понял, спасибо. Красиво. What is going on? You have this massive square with this huge obelisk and no people. All right, now I understand from my previous videos, reading the comments, when it's super hot, no one is going out, and also here in days I'm here in Tajikistan, they have Eid, Muslim celebration, and also because of that everyone is out of the cities. But come on, absolutely no one in the main Independence Square in Dushanbe. Such a mysterious city. And here you have custom-made Dushanbe clock. It is not working though, so you would not be able to tell a correct time, but it's a nice one. And as closer you move to the city center, the more you're gonna see these crazy governmental buildings or banks or some companies. But yeah, you will find them everywhere in the center of Dushanbe. I have come to what looks like a main governmental district here in Dushanbe, and as you can see, the buildings are quite impressive, to say the least. And what I can assure you, the money's been not saved here. It's absolutely crazy what they have here in Dushanbe. And also, surprise, there is a flagpole. And I have a feeling that every self-respectful city or country here in Central Asia must have a flagpole. That is like a must. If you don't have the flagpole, do you even exist here in Central Asia? I just spoke to a local and he said that 20-30 years ago here in Dushanbe you had none of this. No high-rise buildings, no governmental complexes, no fancy museums, but somehow it's still a bit of a mystery for me. In last 20 years there's been a high and fast development of this city, and also I guess in whole country. Of course mostly in Dushanbe as the capital. Some beautiful flowers, but let's test if they smell as nice as they look. No smell. Still not great. And last, also. So more like a representative and good looking function here for those plants. House of Knowledge, National Library of Tajikistan. Library was sadly closed, but look at the view from top of the library. Not top, but midway. All the great philosophers, President's Castle, flagpole. Other governmental building. Some crazy apartment complexes, of which most of them are empty, but nevertheless impressive. This might look like a quite regular hotel, but actually this particular one is called Hotel Tajikistan, and back in Soviet days, as far as I know, I might be wrong, but in most of the nations, Soviet nations, in the capital there must have built a hotel that was named after the country. So Hotel Tajikistan, Hotel Uzbekistan, Hotel Kazakhstan, Hotel Latvia, and so on. And I actually really wanted to stay here for a night just to experience the feeling, but sadly I guess it's going down a hill, because it looks like partly open, and for that price range, $60-70 a night, it felt like not a great bargain. So yeah, just gonna admire it from the outside. Hotel Tajikistan. If you look at the other side of the road, you will see a massive Chinese presence. This is built by China, some huge house. You have another one down there, another one down there, and yeah, just like pretty much many parts of the world, also Central Asia and Tajikistan is not an exception. Chinese are just floating their money into the country, building infrastructure, houses like this, and yeah, slowly taking over the country. I hope it's not gonna happen here, but the process has surely started here in Central Asia with the Chinese takeover. I have come to quite a regular apartment building, and looks like we are able to enter. And it's always interesting to look around and see how the locals live, and maybe we even can get some nice views out of this house. I suppose to enter the elevator you need a code, but if you are fit enough to walk, you can take the stairs. Let's see where will they take us. These things were popular during the Soviet era buildings. You had this huge pipe going through the house, and this was meant to be the place where you throw in your garbage. Let's say if you live in the 7th, 8th or 9th floor, you don't need to go down all the way to the trash bins. You can just open this thing and you just throw your garbage in, and it should go down to the trash can. But the problem was that always the trash bins were too big and they block the pipe, and then it was just all the mess. So now they've just welded them closed and you can't open. And this is what are the apartments. You have one there, one here. You can see the kitchen. This is the life in random building in Soviet center of Dushanbe. Ninth floor, and apparently there is no higher up, because this door up to the roof is sadly locked, but still pretty nice view to the yard. Finding a cafe in Dushanbe is actually quite of the challenge. For some weird reason, all they sell is some hot dogs, kebabs, some other fast food, but decent food like this one is actually quite hard to be found, and for that reason maybe it's not cheap. This whole portion cost me about 6 euros. If the average salary is $200 per month, how a simple meal in a simple cafe can cost basically 1 day salary. Mysterious place. Here in Tajikistan, as you could see right there, still quite popular are the places where you go to actual ticket office for the flights, called avia kassa. And yeah, probably the buying online is not yet that popular here, so there is still businesses that actually sell tickets right on the spot. And here you can see interesting phenomenon that I'll pass a car. They are destroying old Soviet buildings in order to build a new apartment complexes like this one. Here used to be some apartment building from Soviet times, but they are trying to get rid of them. But there is a small problem. In these new apartment buildings, complexes you see all over the city, most of them are empty or partly empty because people simply cannot afford to live there. So they are either left abandoned, unfinished, or partly or halfly empty. For whom they are building these crazy skyscrapers, I have surely no idea. Now, the main question of the video: where is the money coming from to support lifestyle you've seen here? Well, for that I can give you two main explanations I could come up. Number one is the location of Tajikistan. All the trade routes, all the goods that would come from China, Afghanistan, if you know what kind of goods I'm talking about, from Pakistan, should go through Tajikistan in order to reach other Central Asian countries or Russia. So out of that, Tajikistan is probably receiving some percentage. And number two, many Tajiks are working abroad. Many are working in Russia, and now more and more popular are becoming work in South Korea. And when I check the statistics, about 25 or 30% of GDP is coming from work outside of Tajikistan. These are some huge numbers, but other than that, I don't have a real explanation from where is the money coming from to afford cars like this, apartments like this, an overall crazy lifestyle of Dushanbe and Tajikistan. Anyhow, thank you for watching. If you know where is the money coming from, let me know in the comments. But for now, bye bye.